Okay, greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, yous guys and gals. Welcome to a brand new series here in the VTuber Racing Project. This is the Indy Lights series, the all-new second-tier series for independent VTubers who want to make their presence felt on the racetrack and hope to make it to the top-tier IndieCar series. We've got 20 such members ready to go for 12 rounds of action this weekend. We've got former members of Sundaria and CyberLive and some of their friends. We've got the 4 members of the group that's referred to as Same or Same or what have you not. I like to call them the Fab Four. And we also have some faces that you may not be as familiar with, and we're going to introduce them to you. Yep, these are the 20 names as they stand, so please excuse me if I fudge up my pronunciation of these names. We have ourselves Irie Viridis, Elias Dallara, A1 the Heartstring, Inamioki, Inoue, Inaminoki, Inoue, Jurishima, Kamako Kana, Kiri Speaker, Matsuo Mioni, Mozumi Pichi, Nanobytes, Nini, Onolomi Shizuko, Tsukimibi Dorni, Surginan, Uzuki Tomoya, Vividly Vivi, and Yukinoshi Tapeo. Some of them competed in last year's IndieCar Rookie Challenge. Some of them are back here to compete in the Indy Lights series, and one of them will get into the roster for next month's IndieCar 10th series. All right, first 4 of 12 rounds for today as we open up our usual racing simulator. All right, I forgot to introduce myself. Hello, I'm your usual horsing play-by-play commentator. I'm Dag the Pig. Welcome on this Friday evening as we open up rFactor, and this is this is an Indy Lights car. Not as elaborate as an IndieCar car, but whatever, it does the job here. Okay. Round 1 will take place at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's 1.5 mile quad oval. In Indy Lights, we're going to be racing 15 to 20 minute rounds, so a time limit of 20. 5 minutes shorter than usual 25-minute time limit. 35 laps here, and all 20 will race, and we're just gonna skip straight to the action, get our open grid. All races in this month's series are on tracks that we've already visited like a few times, so if you want to know how they race, just look through previous streams on this channel. They're free. I'm too cheap to launch a membership. Anyway, we load. Right, same points rules apply as an IndieCar, except a different way of scoring points, and I don't know. Well, of course we award a bonus point for pole position, and of course to open up the series we have Ono Lumi starting off at pole and getting the very first point of this series. Right beside is Suginen, former Sundaria member. We have Halo on the Heartstring, and Jurishima in row 2. Inoue and Irie Viridis. Mozu and Vivi. We have Miune and Kamako Kana. Yes, Kamako Kana is back. She competed in the very first 2 IndieCar series. She's the only one who's had previous IndieCar experience in the first 2 series. And she's back to racing again, this time in the second tier. Tsukimi B. Dorni. I'm resisting the temptation to call her the notorious TBD. and Matsumeru. Next up, Shizuko and Aaliyah, Tomoya and Spica, Heio, Nanobites, Inamioki, and Niniyuna. That's a grid here. Remember, in these oval races, it's 80% race distance to score points. So finish at least 28 laps out of 35. You don't have to meet the checkered flag, but you'll score points if you finish at least 28 anyway. Let's get to the action. It's Charlotte with a C, not Charlotte with an S. Get it right, bucko. Alright, here comes the first round of potential stream scuff. All 20 members on the grid. Here comes the safety car outs. Alright, in this series it's 40 points for a win, 32 per second, 28 per third, and then 25, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, and then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your point structure. We'll just skip to here. Alright, Onolumi and Surginen, your front row for this first of 12 rounds. Quite a jam-packed crowd here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for this opening round of the all-new Indy Lights Series, Racing Indy's Dallara IL-15. So here comes the safety car pulling up, and we are set to go. This is the Indy Lights Series, and we are green! Everyone going around. First couple turns. Nice banked turns here. Nice fast start by everyone. Oh, careful. Good jump by Surginen. Although he is down a front wing. Jorishima is behind by a bit of a car length, but made the jump. Mozu is third. Jorishima jumps to the lead. Everyone has made it through the opening lap, without having to stop for pit lane. Mozu jumps to second. And we already have a driver who's stranded. Probably a bit of issues with some of the drivers. Oh, that's Surginen. What just happened there? Oh, careful there. Few cars having to pit already. So Mozu has the lead after 3, followed by Jury, and Irie is third for the Fab 4 for a lack of a good name besides Same, which is apparently Japanese for shark, and obviously Mozu isn't a shark. But she's corralling just as Jerry makes the jump to retake the lead after this fourth lap. Kind of stuck. Miyune is taking a pretty long time in pit lane, and someone else is just getting out. Okay, Kamako Kana. Now Miyune Button is just getting out. And the silly thing about this mod, you can be without your front cone, but your front wing can be restored, and it's just floating there. what a silly car mod this is. We're just trying it for the very first time, and this is basically the same car used in the real-life Indy Next series. Except their cars don't have the Mazda branding, nor and those other cars have the halos. The cars the VTubers are driving don't. Anyway, I was on a Lumi doing from pole, stranded mid-pack at 8th. Jury, Irie and Mozu. Top 3. No one DNF, 13 cars in the lead lap. Remember, these are shorter races, 15 to 20 minutes. My usual is 20 to 25, but this is the second tier light series, so we're going to do 4 rounds tonight, and then 4 rounds Saturday, 4 rounds Sunday. And then the top points scorer after those 12 rounds will enter IndieCar, will graduate into the IndieCar series. Out of nowhere, we have him on the heartstring, making the pass by Irie on the inside, and she'll move up to P2. The 4 of them are collectively the buddies. Yeah, it is indeed intense. The buddies, okay. The buddies. Now I know, thank you. Thank you, guys. We're into 10.5 laps of action, and Hiroshima leading by almost 4 seconds over Heiwan. Now the calendar for this weekend's series, largely the same as in IndyCar Series 9 this past May, except for a couple of track changes. For one, the Indy Lights drivers are not racing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Oval. We're reserving that for the annual Indy 500 race. Oh, good jump by Moser to move back up to 3rd. We're instead going to race at New Hampshire for round 5. And then instead of the Texas World Speedway road course, we're going to race at Road Atlanta for round 8. And on the heartstring, makes the jump into the lead. A1, Jury, and Irie. Jury backs away, Irie now to P2. Irie stuck behind the car of Miune. All 20 cars are still intact. And one with a 2.6 second lead. Almost meeting up with a couple cars. Nanobites and Uzuki Tomoya are both a bit ahead of Heiwan. While Irie is a bit of a distance behind the Heart. Skilled drafting from Irie, yeah. Irie is making the chase onto the inside, and on the second turn between turns 1 and 2, Irie now jumps into the lead with Heiwan just behind. By the by, I'm trying to make the helmet colors work. Helmet colors work on some mems, but not on others. I don't know why that is. But, you know, blap. You know, his third, Vividly Vivi, the ASMR VTuber, is fourth. Mozu's down to fifth. A1 is within 1 second of Irie. So, 2 ASMR specialists in the top 5 as A1 on the inside. In turn 3, regains the lead from Irie, but Irie wants to play leapfrog with Heywan. So Heywan's lead lasted all of like 3 seconds. And here is Vividly Vivi. Back to third as Heywan continues to leapfrogging. We're well over the halfway point, so this race is official. Miuni being an obstacle for Irie and Vivi, as they both try to chase after A1. We're through 20. Mozu's still a bit of a distance behind the top 3, but still definitely not out of it. Mozu says, "Hey, I want in the action." Couldn't quite overtake A1, and now she drops to third, Vividly Vivi to P2. The lapped car Miuni and her floating front wing. A1 has to get out of the way. All 20 cars are still in. It's still 14 drivers within the lead lap. A1 leads by... Let's see, how big? 0.8. The times in the TV ticker, the intervals are unofficial, but they serve as a, rough estimate of the relative distance. No, these are more proper right there. 0.900. Ooh, Irie down to 4th. Mozu remaining at 5. And laps are running down relatively quickly here. A1 the Heartstring, formerly, I believe, A1 the Witch. Before her current branding. Before current branding, 10 to go. And A1 is showing real heart here on this 1.5 mile banked quad oval. A1, Vivi, Inoue, top 3. Irie desperate to get back into a podium spot. Trying to catch up to Inoue somehow. Just trying to squeak on by on the inside if possible. Oh, it's not working. Now it is working. Back to third, and she wants to now chase after Vividly Vivi. Now watch out for Inoue, though. These three are getting really close to each other. Irie to second, but probably not for too long, unless Inoue remains behind. Inoue on the outside to Irie's inside for a brief moment. Haewon drops back to third. Irie back to the lead with less than 7 to go. Inoue to the lead. Oh man. I know Irie's back to where she was a few laps ago, but with a different race leader. Inoue. Former CyberLife member before her complete rebranding, as far as I can tell. Thirty down, 5 to go. Oh, what are you doing, Spica? You're supposed to be teammates. You're supposed to help out to Irie get into the top 3. Inoue. The adventurous Fennec Fox. Having the lead now from a start of 5th. Pretty good. All 20 cars still intact, and everyone has completed 28, so everyone will score in this race. Not a bad start to this series. Down to 3, Inoue, Haewon, and Bibi. Haewon to the lead back again. Cars going over 200 miles per hour. Oh man, Irie down to 6th. Inamioki 5th, Mozu 3rd. I was just getting a bit tired. I don't even know if she'll be able to catch up to the others with less than 2 to go. Meanwhile, it's Haewon the Heartstring doing pretty well on the backstretch. And she is going to meet the white flag, which signals 1 to go here at Charlotte. Haewon, Vivi, Mozu. Mozu to 3rd. Haewon a definite distance ahead of Vivi and Mozu. And here comes Haewon onto the final turn and onto the front stretch. And the opening round of the Indy Lights Series will go to Haewon the Heartstring. 40 points for her. Mozu Peachy, a nice P2, and Vividly Vivi will take P3. But the opening round will go to Haewon the Heartstring. Welcome to Indy Lights. Very good start to the series for her. Second row start and getting the victory here. Final time of 16 minutes and 7 seconds, 0.618, and there's your 20 as they stand. Oh, Kamako Kana and her return to racing after like 2 years, perhaps. Mission 20th. Alright, that's enough with the music. We'll just lock in the points and move on. So, Haewon with the 40 points. Mozu, Bibi, Inoue, Yoki, that's her top 5. Irie, contended for the lead, but she'll just finish just outside the top 5. Inuyuna, Jury, Onolumi start off at pole, but will finish mid-pack at 9th. And then TBD, Aaliyah, Uzuki, Tomoya, Meru, Ukinoshi Tapeo, Nano, Bites, Miyune, Spica, Nen, Shizuko, and of course Kamiko Kana. That's your final standings in this opening race. Good showing by Mozu, one of the buddies, finishing with a top 3 finish. And alright, I need to lock in the points. Okay, now it's correct. Now it's correct. Where is the file? And I mistyped some of the names, but I can certainly fix up the points. And Nami Yoki will get 22, and Nini Yuna 18, and TBD 10th place 12, and that looks correct, I guess. And don't forget the bonus point for Onolumi, because she's well deserving of that pole. Alright, that's 1 round done, and then 11 more to go in these next few days. We're on to round 2, the first road course race of the series, which will take place at the Fantasy Mills Metropark. Wherever that is. Okay, there you are. The default is, for some reason, counterclockwise. You can go special reverse clockwise, but we're just sticking to the default. This is a 13-lap race. And this is a 1.95-mile circuit, 3.149 kilometers, and it's a... And this obviously is a road course. Load. Alright. Once again, we're skipping the track previews and getting to the action, getting to the grid. Speaker. Here is Speaker. We'll start with Paul alongside another one of the buddies in Mozu. I write down the names. Mune and Inoue. Nanobytes and TBD. Tsukimi Bidoni. Yuna and Jury. Ewan and Meru. Aaliyah and Shizuko. Airi and Nen. Kana and Tomoya. Hale and Yoki. And finally, Vivi and Onolumi. Very weird. Onolumi start off at pole at Charlotte, starting at the back of the grid here at Mills. But I digress. We're going to get to the action. Speak of Sweep, if she wins, she can buy that piano she wants. Oh, that would be sweet. Money for that's IndieCar scholarship, and the excess for that fantastic piano of hers. Right. And, ladies and gentlemen, we're set to go. Here comes the music, and we're gonna roll. On this slightly less than 2-mile road course with, I don't even know how many turns it has. But we're just gonna skip, fast forward to here. This is a good place to get to the action. Two of the buddies, Spica and Mozu be Peachy. Spica and Mozu, both set to go. And this is the first road course of the series, and here we go with the green flag. Round 2 underway here at Mills Metropark. And luckily the scoreboard seems to be working. The TV tickers are working. And of course, we can't proceed without someone losing a front wing. Around this tight hairpin turn. Spica to the lead just ahead of her buddy in Mozu. Miune, the good friend of what's her name? That's that AI fellow. I know she competed in IndieCar back then. I am so forgetful. Of course, it'll come back to me as I go through this race, these first few laps, as we see some of the cars go wide. Careful, Tsukimi. Here's Spica, taking the lead. Mione second and Mozu third. Elias Dallara having to pit. And Kamako Kana, wow, that's not looking too good for her. 19th. And her return to actual open wheel racing. Perhaps she's not as used to these slightly less powerful IL-15s. Who did Miune collab with? It's that's AI vTuber who competed in IndieCar back in May. I forgot her name. She recently got a rebrand too, and that's a Plushion makeship, and she remains 2 just behind Spica. Whoa, no! A mistake by Spica. That confusion also affected Kiri Spica. That confusion of mine, forgetting that one VTuber's name, causing Spica to lose it and drop down to 4th. This is our 3rd lap already. Nero-sama! That's her name, Nero-sama, and as I suddenly remember Nero-sama's name, we see Miune slip and slide and touch grass. Look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen. It's just turn. It's just turn here. Where drivers can make mistakes, and yet all 20 cars are still an action, go figure. Nero-sama, that's the name of the driver or VTuber who was the very Miune was the very first to collab with Nero-sama. And here she is second. Did you know that Miyune, her former model, was sort of similar? She resembled Hatsune Miku. Anyway, Mozu driving quite fine in this road course. And she made it through that turn with no issue and onto the slightly not that much challenging S's. Whoa! Touching of wheels between Inoue and Spica. Anyone will hit. She has no front wing. Irie will jump to 5. So 3 of the 4 buddies are in the top 5 as it currently stands, led by Mozu and her interesting color scheme. Oh, I forgot to mention, it's a road course. On road and street courses in Indy Lights and IndieCar, you gotta finish 90% race distance. So, complete 12 laps and you're good, man. You're pretty good. Moser leads by almost 3 seconds, and somehow everyone is within the lead lap. Down it to go. Top 2 are buddies. Three of the 4 are buddies, and I don't even know what went on with Leia. Stuck with 14th after a first lap blooper. Back to the lead. We start off 1 and 2 in this race. Are currently 1 and 2. Miyune is 3rd. Start off 3rd is currently 3rd, and a nice improvement for Irie. Started off 13th and finds herself improving 9 spots, or what have you not, a lap into top 4. If I'm experiencing scuff, just don't mind it that much. I'm a bit fresh off of the Formula Hollow World Championship a couple of weeks back, and first time streaming in almost 2 weeks. Whoa! Careful. And once again, Miyune with the floating front wing. Well, man, what's with Miyune and floating objects? We see her floating like she's in space, and here we have her without a front cone once again, and a floating front wing. And is this the running gag that we'll be seeing all throughout this weekend's races? Miyune boops Mozu. Miyune boops Mozu. Mozu wants absolutely none of this crud. Mozu, Miyune, and I don't know who's third. Spica. Yeesh, Nini Yuna, a distant fit behind these 3 of the 4 buddies, and oh, careful, Mozu. Careful about these Cooper tires. They don't provide much grip than the usual soft red Firestones that the IndyCar drivers use on road and street races. And for some reason, Mione is in the lead, and a bit of an issue here. Let's look at that again. What happened? It's just Sergey Nen having a bit of a whoopsie doodles, and Ditto Nanobites. Well over the halfway mark. Down to 5, led by Miune. Mozu, again, with the do well but not perfect strategy of sticking to second. I mean, why? Isn't the point of a race to win unless it's really late in this series, in which the point of the race is to be high enough to bother? These drivers really close to each other. 3 of the 4 buddies together, and annoyingly, neither of them have the race lead. That's being taken by Nero-sama's good friend Miune. And Aaliyah down to 20th. Not good. Kirishpika regains the lead, but for how long will she hold? Oh, careful. Down to 4. Mozu's technique is a mystery, especially to herself. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Someone get this debris off the track, please. It's a potential death trap. What are these two doing? You're letting the Mione bun retake the lead again. And you're running out of race. Wow, Mione goes really wide. From 1st to 4th, top 3 are buddies. Man, Mione thinks she could win with that floating front wing of hers. Speak of Mozu, Irie, a top 3 with 3 to go. Still a bit too close to call here. Oh, and Speaker, of course, makes that mistake. Almost bumps into Mozu. Mozu goes to the lead. Irie, Speaker, and Mozu saying do not want when they see Mione chasing them. Cat against mice. Wow, all 4 made it through that tricky turn with no issue. How about this turn? Oh, a mistake by Speaker. And collides with Nini Yuna. Unlucky for the pole sitter without a front wing. And there goes perhaps hopes for a buddy's podium sweep. Oh, can you believe it? Even Irie was affected. No front wing. I mean rear wing. And Miune is well without her front wing nose cone structure. So only Mozu is left to carry the team and perhaps get the W here at Mills Metropark. No problem on this turn. Irie and Miune will hit. Mozu will meet the white flag, and she may as well have a large lead. Nini Yuna and Kiri Spika also pitting. Whoa! Careful, Mozu. You have a huge lead. Don't squander it. Don't squander it. Nano bites to P2, but never mind. She fucks up and is without a rear wing. That'll put Onolumi's second Heiwan to third, maybe second. We'll see what happens. Mozumi Pichi with a 13-second lead. Trying not to mess up on this turn. Good. 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 Second place in Charlotte. And now a race win here at Mills Metropark for Mozumi Pichi. And it's going to be a close finish for second. Heiwan just edges out Matsumeru for P2. So Mozumi Pichi, Heiwan the Heartstring, and Matsumeru are your top three. Let's see. Mozu, A1, and Meru. 1-2 finishers at Charlotte finish 2-1 here at Mills. What amazing starts for these two. A win and second each. Might they be the contenders for the 40th and final spot in the August IndieCar roster? Alright, that's enough here. Typing down the names. Yeesh, from pole to 15th for Spika. She and Irie were both contending, but they both end up finishing rather low. And Leah only finishes 2 spots behind Spika. Alright, we'll look in the points. File. Paste. fix the names of the drivers that need to score points. So 9th place points for Inami Yoki and Nini Yona. 10th place points. So 12 and I don't know why some of these numbers are bold. That makes no sense. I should see bold numbers except for the top 3. And Spica. Pole position points. Yeah, no surprise who's top 2. They're both tied at the top. Mozumi, Peachy, and him on the heartstring, each with 72 points, and the distant third with 47 is Inoue. Inoue is third. So 72, 72, and 47. That's your top 3. As we move on to a short oval this time. Ooh, even in the Lights series, you gotta endure short oval shenanigans. We're going to be racing 48 laps at Rockingham. And this is not an easy track to race at, as you may have seen in a couple of races in IndieCar. 1 mile circuit, 1.017 to be exact. Banked turns 22 and 25 degrees in straights. 8 degrees. I think the points look right. Yeah, they do. Just want to double check the points for that Mills Metropark race. Anyway, damage multiplier 75%. Because, yeah, this is a mere formality for this race. Load! It is a short oval race, so you gotta have your normal front and rear wing kit, and not the super speedway design for tracks at least 1 1/3 miles in length. Matsuro Meru will start up at pole. Delivers a nice point to her tally. Elias Stellaria will start off second, and then for row 2 we have Juri and Shizuko. Nen and Tsukimi. Yoki and Mozu. Miyune and Dairi. Onolumi and Tomoya. Inoue and Bibi. Yukinoshi Tapeyo and Kamako Kana. Heiwon and Nini Yuna. And finally, Spica and Nanobites. Right up, this is a 48 lap race. Or 20 minutes, because we don't have all day. Gotta update the thread so it doesn't die out. Oh, great. I gotta wait a few more seconds for... I gotta wait a few more seconds to type out another message. It's already at page 10. Don't expire. All right. Someone type down. Someone type down a message. We can proceed with the race in earnest. Here we go. Oh me, oh my. A short oval. A high-banked one. What could go wrong with these 20 drivers on their Dallaras? Skip a bit to here. Matsumeru and Elias Dallaria, your front row for this 48-lap bullring showdown. It's round 3 of this Indy Lights series. Here we go. I guess. Almost immediately we have cars scuffling for position and what happened? Let's look at the start again. Someone didn't start off properly. So of course they're gonna have to pit. Matsumeru, Suginen, and Elias Dallaria are your top 3. And several cars are stuck having to pit, and Vivi Kana, Nano, and not Mozu, Niniuna, Tomoya, Irie. Aye. Why her? These laps go by really fast. We're through 2 already. Almost gonna make it 3. Mizuko is up to 3, the UK-based Panda VTuber. Yep, a Panda VTuber to replace, what's her name? That green and pink VTuber on the roster, who's going on a streaming hiatus. Utano Pandora, that's her name. Whoa! Whoa, what happened? Oh man! We have an Onyo, ladies and gentlemen. Nano with the first major Onyo of the series. And that's gonna give her a DNF, most certainly. As we see more cars having issues. Careful there. Go around Nanobites. Don't run directly into her. Niniuna also out of the race. Matsumeru is enjoying this joyride. All around the stranded cars. Go around. Thank you. Eesh, not even 10 laps in, and we've already had 2 casualties, ladies and gentlemen. Nanobites and Niniuna. Both way out of it. So, no score for either. Why is she still on the track? That's a death trap. Careful. Yes, slow down. Good for you, fellas. Good for you. Now this time Miyune has her front cone intact, but no front wing. Oh, Mayonnaise Bun, why are you so silly? Ah! Oh, man. Everything is happening here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's supposed to be 75% damage model. Please tell me Irie's still okay. Irie is still okay. But at least Dallara now has that floating front wing end, so shoot. Yeah. This is the second tier Indy Lights series, so do expect some scuff with the racing, and expect it to be not as grand as the top division racing. Surging in the lead? Are you kidding me, man? Oh no! Did Muzzle get hurt? Well, Drat. Previous race winner's curse for the first time in Indy Lights. So I guess Honolulu will take the lead? No, she's perhaps a couple laps down or whatever. No, Matsumaru has regained the lead, and we've lost at least 3-4 drivers. So Tsukimi, Niniuna, Nanobites, and now Mozu are just about out of it. Mozu just wants to touch grass. Lap 15 and things are already a big mess here. Look at all the debris and loose wheels. Oh, Series Speak is also out of the race. You hate to see it. Honolulu also out. And Matsumaru and Peo will go back into the pit lane. Welcome to short oval shenanigans here in Indy Lights. How's it that with 10 fewer cars than in the IndyCar race, the on-track product is worse than in the top division IndyCar series? Oh, made a stupid mistake trying to get out of the pit lane or maybe enter it. And now we're still area and I don't even know who's leading. They're saying Hail on the Heartstring is leading, but look at all this damage. Look at all these casualties. Irie, thankfully, has all 4 wheels still intact. So we're down to, well, not many cars. Folding front wings and stuff. Not even 20 laps in, and what a mess this is turning out to be! As more cars make a mistake entering turn 3. So now we lose Inami Yoki and I guess another car. That was close by Matsumeru. Shizuko somehow is second. And I don't even know about third. These drivers will have to complete 39 laps. 39! Yes, what is this race? It's also tiresome. It's also tiresome. Oh man, Irie's still trying to stay out despite no wings. By some ways of a miracle, we're over halfway through. Pole sitter Matsumeru. Golden front win and all. And another pit stop by these drivers. Down to 22. Remember, the rule is if no one finishes classified, the top driver will the top 3 will score half points, and the rest will get nada. Notwithstanding the bonus point for a driver who started off at the pole position. Well, then, thanks for playing. Better luck next time. Remember the acronym DFIU, or Don't Fudge It Up. Don't fudge it up. How are drivers persistently messing up on this entry to turn 3? It's an oval. It shouldn't be that hard to race at. You just turn left, left, and left again. Right turns are virtually non-existent. Well, you all got 8 more laps to go. Matsumeru, should you want to qualify for perhaps full points? Meru, Miyune, and Yukinoshita Peyo are your top 3, I guess. And we lose Yukinoshi Takeo. Again, that turn 3 entry. Accidents, accidents, accidents galore, ladies and gentlemen. You can count the number of fingers, race finishers. Folks, this isn't the Bull Ring, this is the Thunderdome. Yeah, they're rocking way too hard here at Rockingham. Irie to P3. A wee bit of drivers left. How's it at 75% damage is too high? I tested it without issue here. Oh, good job for Matsumeru. Able to use her brakes with no issue. Her front and rear wings still intact, and she has 1 lap to go to reach classification. Mune and Irie still way too far behind for classification. Oh, there goes her front wing. And what is she trying to accomplish here? She was contemplating entering pit lane, but she decided to stay out. But she reaches 39 laps anyway, so she is eligible for full points! And perhaps the full Monty 41, a win from pole. Because no one's even close to the number of laps that Matsumeru's been racing. Mune second, and Irie remains third, with not many laps to go, and I don't even know how much time there is left here. Jurishima well behind, 13 down. Only these 4 are eligible to be classified. Matsumeru, Mune, Irie, and Shizuko. Uzuki Tomoya, don't even try anymore. You're well outside classification. Matsumeru lucky enough that no one was even close to her. 6 cars still racing. Seven to go. It's been for better or for worse the Matsumeru show. There's second and third Mune and Irie. Going down to 5. Irie almost there. Almost to classification. And hallelujah, Irie will score points. 4 to go. Or I don't even know how much time there is left in this race. Down to 3. Yeah, Matsumeru's lead is too many, of course. Okie dokie, on to the white flag for Matsumeru, who has basically survived this whole entire shit show with little to no incident. And we're also going to have our first race winner from pole. It's going to be a full 41 points. That'll do it! Matsumeru wins this ridiculous Rockingham race. Just 2 seconds shy of 20 minutes. Or maybe 1 second. A little over 1 second shy of 20 minutes. And if there's any consolation for all you fans of the buddies, Irie will take third. Irie will take third as only four drivers will score points for this race. So Meru, Mione, and Irie finish in the top 3, and Shizuko also scores. So, easy enough to score. Matsumeru, 41. Miune, 32. Irie, 28. Shizuko, 25. And Tomoya and Jurishima NC for no classification. And the rest, Lep. And with her win, Matsumeru now goes to the top of the championship with 77 points. Neither Heiwan nor Mozu scored for obvious reasons. So they're both tied for second, 72 points each, and Irie now goes up to 4th with 55. And Miune with her second place finish is 5th with 53. So just get us out of here. Alright, one more race for tonight. We're going to be racing at Barber Motorsports Park. A perennial favorite in real-life IndieCar and the vTuber IndieCar series. This is also going to be a 13-lap race. A whole lot of twists and turns and elevation changes. 16 turns, 2.38 miles, 3.83 kilometers. No time to race. No time to waste. Let's load! Matsumeru, Heiwan the Heartstring, Mozumi, Peachy, your top 3, and then Irie and Mione 4th and 5th respectively. All right, let's proceed. Pole is Binoe, and then we have Nanobites, Tomoya, Spica, Irie, and Mozu, Inamiyoki and Elias Stellaria, Kamako Kana and Tsukimibi Dorni. Nan and Heiwan. Niniuna and Onolumi. Heio and Miune. Kirishima and Shizuko. And Vivi and Meru. Yeah, really now. Won the race from pole at the Rockingham and of course starting off back of the pack in the following race here at Barber. Alep. All right. Let's go racing, I guess. Road course action to break the monotony of going around in circles. Well, ovals, actually. Fast forwarding to here, and we should be good to go. Inoue and Nano Bites, your front row for this 13-lapper. On to the last couple turns. Safety car will pull up, and we're going to be underway here for round 4 of 12 in this Indy Lights series. Nanobites with the jump, and now Inoue from pole. And this race is underway. And god damn it, no TV ticker. We're going to have to go in blind here. All 20 are off and running, and already a car is down a car part. Some bumping and shoving. This is a real roller coaster of a race course. Around this turn or so, in the IndyCar race back in May, a couple cars crashed out in the opening lap. Nanobites, Kirispika, and Inoue are top 3. As they go around and around and around. And who's going to have the lead after this opening lap? It's going to be Nanobites, followed by, it's too close to call who is second, but it's going to be Kirispika second, Inoue third. Mozu enters the fray. And as everyone goes clear after this opening lap of 13, of course it'll be hard to tell because the TV ticker doesn't want to work here. Blooper involving Onolumi. That's the regular mistake you see in other series. IndyCar and whatever. Car ramming into the car behind, ramming into the rear of the car ahead. So expect some cars to go into pit lane. Nanobites to the lead. Still. Kirispika with the takeover in the last turn before start-finish, and she moves up to the front. And here comes the adorable Irie to P3, so Oh man, this is a similar situation to Mills with Spica and Irie somewhere in the top 5. Irie inexplicably touching grass. That's a careful about that. She'll concede a few spots to Inawi and others. And yep, look at that. Look at that. Top 6 all buddies. Spica with a 3.5 second lead in lap 3. It doesn't help that it says 18% complete game. Come on. Three down, 10 to go. Man, Moser really wants to get into the top 5 with the others. And all those overtakes and stuff. Do we have any casualties early on? No. All 20 are basically intact, as they are. Four buddies and the Fab Four making their presences felt. Spica with a pretty nice lead. Whoa, went down a bit, 1.3. Never mind, it's 2.3. Spica, Nano, and Aaliyah. Top 3. Whoa, careful there, Nano. See some action towards the back of the grid. See how everyone's faring. Just dipping their toes into the action. Trying to get a good feel of these twists and turns and elevation changes of this road course. Oh, this song is a real banger. On to lap 5 now, Kiri Spica. Leading by almost 1.5 seconds over nanobytes. Who's famous for her gaming chair. I will say no more about it, just look it up on her Twitter or whatever. Inami making a mistake here. Finds herself touching grass and losing quite a bunch of spots, down to basically 13. Careful there. Irie Veritas to 3 now. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, 4 of the top 5 are buddies. Oh, this is what you love to see. these four driving exceptionally well. We're through 6, and still everyone is within the lead lap for some reason. I checked the settings for a bit, and fuck. Runtime error! Runtime error. Runtime error. It's been red flagged, so we got a red, so that's a red flag. And this is on lap 6. This is on lap 6, so we're gonna continue on with lap 8. Everyone is still in it, just the whole grid is gonna be shuffled. And so much for the top for the top 5 big all buddies, and yeah. So if we skip lap 6, then we'll have 7 laps to go. So we're gonna try again from this point because we're scheduled for 13. Luckily, everyone was on the lead lap at this point, so nothing is fucked up except for the grid. So well, these four are still a bit spread far apart, but they're all still in the top 8 anyway. So we're gonna resume here with 7 to go, and we're not gonna touch the whatever not gonna touch the thing anymore as we resume the race. Alright. Here we go, 7 to go, I guess. And again, the TV ticker doesn't want to work! I did say there was gonna be scuff, and scuff there is. So Elias Dallara will have the lead. Curiospeak second. And now we're still into top 3. How far back did Nanobytes drop? From 2nd to 19. That's the magic of rFactor. This is not how you race, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess Aaliyah will have the lead with not much to go. Yeah. And then Curiospeaker will take over, so top 2 are buddies. Nanobyte's still stuck in nowhere to go. Mione will hit. The rest are still racing. Whoa, careful. It's a real goulash with these cars. Buddy's gotta be glad that their positions weren't affected much. by that red flag in the reshuffle. Onolumi now second, and series-spec drops to third with Aaliyah the lead. Oh, are you kidding me? Why does she have to be damaged? Has she not already suffered enough? Oh, no. Now Spica will also enter pit lane. Oh man, even Mazu, it looks like having to enter. So it was an all top 5 buddies into a top 8, and now only Aaliyah to carry the team, leading by a mere 4 seconds with I don't know how many laps left. 5. But Onolumi is trying to close in on Aaliyah. Niniona is third. Never mind, Niniona is fourth and now he's third. And Nanobites is officially DNF. No score for her. Actually, shouldn't be an X, it should be a D for DNF. Because she forgot how to use a reverse gear. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that's a red flag really screwed things up here. After 2 relatively clean races, we have a shit show in Rockingham and a shit show in Barber, both in their own unique ways of providing the cow patties. If there was any consolation, Dallara is still leading, I guess. 3 to go. Please tell me, is Mione's front wing floating? Nope. Car intact for Mione Bun. Maybe some slight dings to the bodywork, but she's still I guess racing. We're gonna have second lead and an even bigger gap between Onolumi and Inoue. And I can't even tell how much racetrack there is left in this lap. It shouldn't be that long. Yeah, it's not that long, just a couple more turns. I can see the entrance to pit lane. Two to go! Man, why does Irie have to be way down there? That's also tiresome, fellas. And while I was distracted by the back of a grid, we have a bit of a slowdown by Elias Dallara. Onalumi has taken the lead. We have a jobbing late in the race. What is this? The thing between Scott McLaughlin and Romain Grosjean in that IndyCar race a couple months back? Onalumi will reach the white flag, and Aaliyah is slowing down substantially. Onalumi from a start of 14th, and then everything got screwed up by the red flag, and Aaliyah has basically run out of push to pass at this point. Three more turns. I don't even know if Aaliyah's gonna catch up to Onalumi. Coming down to the last few turns, Onalumi with almost 3 seconds lead. And the last couple turns of this round. And Onalumi is gonna win this 4th round here at Barber. Well, another podium for Buddies, remember, but it could have been a race win. As Leah finishes 2nd, and Inoue from pole will take 3rd for 29 points. The last few drivers will come home. 19 of the 20 drivers will score. Each next highest Buddies member after Aaliyah is Spica, 13th. And Kamiko Khan is going to finish low again. That will do it for this race. And I guess that'll do it for tonight. So Onalumi, Aaliyah, and Inoue are top 3. Speak up, Ale. Yes, yes, no problem. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching. We have more races tomorrow and Sunday, so hope you tune in then. Alright, and everyone should be in, and I gotta readjust my my file here. Let's see, Inamioki finished 11th for 10 points, and Nini Yuna Fifth for 22 points. And a bonus point for Inawi. And now we have more of a spread here, as Matsumeru will keep the top spot with her 4th place finish here at Barber. A race win a 3rd and 4th place here. Ham on the Heartstring is 2nd with 88 points, and Muzu is 3rd with 78. And we're gonna wrap up, and then we're gonna wrap up here. So yeah. So your race winners are Heiwan, Mozu, Meru, and Onalumi, and that'll be it for tonight. So 4 rounds done, and 8 more to go here. Back to the splash screen tomorrow. We'll have rounds at New Hampshire, Indianapolis Road Course, Iowa, and Road Atlanta. So be sure to tune in as these 20 Indy Lights drivers continue their quest to hopefully graduate into the top division IndyCar series. How things fare? Will we see more scuff? Will we see more mid-race software crashing? Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna go have dinner and then other stuff. So yeah. We'll let the music play up and wrap up for tonight. Alright, so rest of your evening, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow at the usual 11 a.m. start time for rounds 5 to 8 of the Indy Lights series. Okay, alright, that'll be all. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Otsu Dag.